For billions of years, Earth has been a planet in motion. Land masses have collided, volcanoes have erupted, and over time, nature's greatest monuments have risen, the mountains. These towering giants hold stories older than civilization itself. Stories of creation, of conquest, of mystery. To some, mountains are merely landscapes. To others, they are sacred. Olympus, where gods once walked. The Andes, home to spirits of the ancestors. The Himalayas, where enlightenment is sought. These peaks are not just rock and ice, they are legends carved in stone. Mountains are more than rock and snow. They are living, breathing worlds of their own. From the elusive snow leopard to the mighty eagle, from ancient forests to frozen wastelands, each peak holds a kingdom untouched by time. Before mountains touched the sky, the earth was restless, a world shaped by fire, water, and time. The very ground beneath us is alive, shifting, colliding, rising, forging nature's most magnificent creations. Mountains are born from destruction, massive collisions of continents, sculpting landscapes over millions of years. Every peak tells a story, written in stone and time. Some mountains rise not from collision, but from fire. Deep within the earth, molten rock pushes its way to the surface, sculpting new worlds in its wake. These giants are both creators and destroyers. Mountains are not just built, they are sculpted. Over thousands of years, glaciers grind down rock, carving valleys, shaping peaks, leaving behind the breathtaking landscapes we see today. Rising in solitary majesty, Mount Kailash is a place untouched by time. Said to be the throne of Lord Shiva, its peak has never been conquered. As legend warns, anyone who attempts to climb it will not return the same. In ancient Greece, Olympus was more than a mountain, it was the very seat of divine power. Even today, its highest peak, Mytikas, is shrouded in mist, as if guarding secrets beyond mortal reach. Machu Picchu, the lost city of the Incas, hidden for centuries. Was it a royal retreat, a religious sanctuary, or something more, a gateway to another realm? Towering above the Amazon rainforest, Mount Roraima is a place where time stands still. Indigenous legends tell of gods and spirits residing on its flat summit, a world so isolated that scientists believe it holds life forms unchanged for millions of years. A single footprint, one that transcends belief, claimed by every major religion. Is Adam's Peak simply a sacred mountain, or is it evidence of something far greater, a place where divinity touched the earth? For centuries, people have claimed that Mount Shasta is more than just a mountain, it is a place of cosmic significance. Stories of hidden civilizations, UFO encounters, and secret energy vortexes make it one of the most enigmatic places on Earth. The Tianzi Mountains rise like silent guardians of another world. Legends tell of immortal beings residing in the misty peaks, watching over the earth, waiting for the right moment to return. For centuries, local Sherpas have spoken of the Yeti, the abominable snowman. A phantom of the Himalayas, leaving behind only whispers and footprints. But could something truly be watching from these frozen heights? Many claim to have seen it. Few have lived to tell the tale. Is the Yeti a creature lost to time? Or is Everest still keeping its guardian hidden? Everest is more than the highest point on Earth. It is a force of nature, unforgiving and relentless. Here, at 8,848 meters, survival is not guaranteed. The mountain decides who stays, and who vanishes into legend. Everest is the highest point on Earth, but it is also a graveyard. The wind howls like a vengeful spirit, the air itself suffocates, and the mountain claims what it wants. At 26,000 feet, the dead do not decay. Everest keeps them frozen in time, a warning to those who dare follow. Above 26,000 feet, the human body is dying. Every breath is a battle. Every step is a gamble. This is the death zone. Legends speak of unseen watchers, shadows moving in the storm, voices calling from nowhere. Are they spirits? Lost climbers? Or something older than mankind? Everest is the closest place on Earth to the heavens, but it is also closer to death than anywhere else. Those who return are never the same. Those who don't, become part of the mountain's legend. K2, the Mountain of Mountains. Fierce, untamed, and breathtaking beyond imagination. It stands defiant against the sky, the ultimate test for those who dare to ascend its unforgiving slopes. K2 rises not in isolation but as the crown jewel of the Karakoram, a realm of ice and rock where glaciers carve deep valleys and elusive creatures roam in the shadows. Unlike Everest, which thousands have conquered, K2 remains an untamed giant. It is a mountain that takes more than it gives, where every step higher comes with a price. On K2, nature does not negotiate. Storms appear from nowhere, winds scream like a vengeful spirit, and ice shatters beneath your feet. Here, survival is never guaranteed. Among climbers, some speak of strange sounds, shadows moving where no one should be. To the locals, K2 is more than rock and ice, it is sacred, a force beyond human understanding. K2 does not reward the reckless. It does not welcome the weak. But for those who reach its peak, it offers something few will ever know, the feeling of standing on the edge of the world. Denali, the High One, is North America's tallest peak, but it holds something more than ice and rock. Countless climbers have ventured up its slopes, only to disappear without a trace. To the native Koyukon people, Denali is home to more than snow and ice. They speak of the little people, mysterious beings who guard the mountain, appearing only when a climber is lost, or when they choose to be seen. Denali is more than a mountain. It is a merciless force of nature, a frozen colossus where the air is thin, the winds howl, and time itself seems to freeze in its deadly grip. Climbers speak of the unseen, the ones who never left. Ghostly figures appearing in the mist, whispering voices carried on the wind. What truly haunts Denali's unforgiving heights? Some say the mountain chooses who survives. Some say it watches, waits, and takes what it wants. The stories are whispered, but the disappearances, those are real. There is no mercy here. Only the cold, the wind, the hunger of the mountain. It has claimed hundreds. It will claim more. Welcome to Denali, the mountain that devours. Mount Rainier, a frozen titan standing tall over Washington state. A land of fire and ice, where glaciers whisper ancient secrets, and the mountain itself is alive beneath its serene facade. Mount Rainier is more ice than rock, a kingdom of glaciers, ever moving, ever changing. They shape the land, feed the rivers, and whisper the slow song of a mountain in motion. Beneath the ice, fire stirs. Mount Rainier is no ordinary mountain, it is a sleeping giant, a volcano whose heartbeat echoes beneath the glaciers. Few places on Earth command the forces of nature like Mount Rainier. Here, storms are born, winds scream like banshees, and avalanches carve their own paths down the icy slopes. To the native tribes, Rainier is not just a mountain, it is a mother, a guardian, and a force that speaks in the wind and the water. Even today, the mountain's mysteries remain unsolved. To climb Rainier is to test oneself against the elements, to walk where ice and fire meet, and to stand where the sky begins. It is not just a mountain, it is a journey into the heart of the earth itself. A mountain of contradictions, Mount Kenya, where fire once roared and now ice lingers. A world where the tropics meet glaciers, where myths are woven into the very rock, and where the past whispers in the wind. Once a fiery titan, Mount Kenya was born in the depths of the earth. It stood taller than Everest itself before time, wind, and ice carved it into the form we see today. But beneath the quiet surface, the scars of its past still whisper of its power. A mountain once crowned in white, Mount Kenya is losing its icy throne. The glaciers retreat year by year, their whispers fading, leaving behind only the memory of a frozen world in the heart of Africa. Below the icy peaks, a hidden kingdom thrives. Mount Kenya's forests are a world untouched, where the wild still reigns, where shadows move unseen, and where the spirits of the land whisper through the trees. Mount Kenya is not just a mountain, it is a sacred realm. To the Kikuyu, it is the seat of their god, a place of spirits, a bridge between the heavens and earth. And even today, in its misty heights, the echoes of legend remain. To reach the top of Mount Kenya is to walk the path of the ancients, to conquer not just the mountain, but oneself. This is more than a climb, it is a journey into the heart of Africa's greatest titan. A throne above the clouds, a titan standing alone, Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's highest peak, where worlds collide, where life flourishes and fades, and where the echoes of time whisper through the frozen air. Kilimanjaro was not always silent. Fire once raged from its heart, shaping the land, forging its peaks. Though the flames have faded, the scars of its volcanic past remain, a silent reminder of the power hidden beneath. From tropical rainforest to frozen wasteland, Kilimanjaro is a world unto itself. To climb its slopes is to walk through time, from the lush cradle of life to the lonely summit where only the wind and ice remain. For thousands of years, Kilimanjaro wore a crown of ice. Now, the glaciers fade, retreating inch by inch. If nothing changes, the roof of Africa may soon stand bare, a titan stripped of its frozen mantle. Kilimanjaro is not just a mountain, it is a spirit, a god, a guardian. To the Chaga people, it is sacred ground, a place of mystery, of unseen forces. And even today, in the shifting mist, the mountain's soul lingers. The journey is long. The air is thin. Every step is a battle. But to stand atop Kilimanjaro is to stand at the roof of Africa, to touch the sky, to conquer not just a mountain, but oneself. In the heart of Africa, where the sky kisses the land, lies a place of legend, a kingdom of mist and ice, where reality and myth blur into one. The Rwenzori Mountains, the fabled mountains of the moon. Here, where the equator cuts through the heart of Africa, snow and ice defy the laws of nature. But even the mighty glaciers of the Rwenzori are not immortal, their time is running out. This is no ordinary forest, this is a world untouched by time. The Rwenzori's high-altitude jungles are unlike any on Earth, where strange plants rise like ancient sentinels, and creatures exist in the shadows of giants. To those who call these mountains home, the Rwenzori are more than just stone and ice. They are sacred. Spirits walk these ridges, whispering in the mist, watching over the land. Here, myth is woven into the fabric of the earth. Beyond the mist, beyond the ice, beyond the legend, Rwenzori is alive. A secret world of creatures unseen, of shadows that move, of eyes that watch in silence. To walk this land is to witness nature at its most elusive. Few will ever stand here. Few will ever see the world from this height. But those who do, those who endure, will find themselves in a place where earth and sky meet, a realm where legends are born, and giants still sleep. Towering above the land of the rising sun, Mount Fuji is more than a mountain, it is an icon, a symbol of beauty, power, and the eternal spirit of Japan. For centuries, it has captivated artists, poets, and wanderers alike, standing as a silent guardian over the nation. Though serene in its stillness, Fuji is not merely a mountain, it is a sleeping volcano. Beneath its flawless form, the earth breathes fire, and history whispers of the day it will awaken once more. Fuji is not just earth and stone, it is divine. A sacred peak worshipped by emperors and pilgrims alike, whispered about in myths, feared and revered in equal measure. At Fuji's feet lies a forest unlike any other, Aokigahara, the Sea of Trees. A place of beauty, yet wrapped in mystery. Here, silence speaks louder than words, and the boundary between myth and reality begins to blur. To climb Fuji is to walk the path of the ancients. Every step is a pilgrimage, every breath a tribute to the mountain itself. And at the summit, as the sun rises over Japan, time itself stands still. Fuji is eternal. A muse for artists, a challenge for climbers, a guardian for a nation. From the past to the future, it stands, unchanged, unyielding, unforgettable. The Himalayas, an unbroken wall of titanic rock, forged by the unrelenting force of continents in collision. For millions of years, these peaks have risen, watching civilizations rise and fall, standing as guardians of the heavens. The Himalayas are not just mountains, they are a world of their own, where nature's fury is absolute, where creatures of legend walk unseen, and where survival is an art mastered by only the strongest. Legends cling to these peaks like mist. Stories of the Yeti, the silent guardian of the Himalayas. Some say they have seen it. Others whisper of spirits that walk between worlds. But one thing remains certain, some secrets are meant to stay hidden. Above 8,000 meters, the human body begins to die. This is the death zone, where the air is too thin to sustain life, where frostbite and exhaustion claim even the strongest, and where the mountain decides who leaves and who stays. The Himalayas are more than rock and ice. They are sacred. For centuries, they have been the stairway to enlightenment, the path to the divine. Some climb for adventure. Others climb to seek the gods themselves. Mont Blanc, the White Giant. A realm of ice and storm, standing as the guardian of the Alps. It is a mountain of legend, where beauty meets brutality, where the heavens seem just within reach. This mountain was born from fire and ice, shaped by the relentless forces of nature. The glaciers that sculpted its ridges are now vanishing, rewriting the story of the Alps in real time. Mont Blanc is not just a mountain, it is a test of survival. For every climber who reaches its summit, another faces the wrath of the White Giant. Avalanches, rockfalls, and hidden crevasses, this is nature's gauntlet. Mont Blanc is more than ice and rock, it holds secrets whispered by the wind. Legends of beasts, spirits, and lost treasures echo through the valleys. Some call them myths. Others are not so sure. To some, Mont Blanc is a conquest. To others, it is a sanctuary. A place where the heavens meet the earth, where the soul finds peace among the clouds. It is not just a mountain, it is a sacred realm.